Welcome back to JoyTube, as we continue in the tale of faith, sacrifice, and divine mysteries, a story that transcends time and speaks to the very core of human existence. Join us as we journey back to the dusty roads of ancient Canaan, where Abraham, a man chosen by God, faces a test so profound that it echoes through the annals of history. This is not just a story of a man and his son, but a narrative woven with the threads of unwavering faith, heartbreaking decisions, and the ultimate divine intervention. Get ready to be transported into the heart of a biblical epic where every step, every tear, and every prayer leads to an astonishing revelation. Welcome to the incredible saga of Abraham and Isaac on the mountains of Moriah. Subscribe, and let's uncover the layers of this timeless story together. In the land of Canaan, Abraham, a man of unwavering faith, receives a divine test that would shake the core of any father. Commanded by God, he prepares for a journey that will not only test his faith, but also define the legacy of his family. God said to him, "Take now your son, your only son whom you love, even Isaac, and go to the land of Moriah, and offer him there for an offering upon one of the mountains which shall be shown to you. For there you shall see a cloud and the glory of the Lord." As the weight of God's command descends upon him, Abraham wrestles with the thought of losing Isaac, the son of promise, and what to tell Sarah his wife. And Abraham came into the tent, and he sat before Sarah his wife, and he spoke these words to her, "My son Isaac is grown up, and he has not for some time studied the service of his God. Now tomorrow I will go and bring him to Shem and Eber his son, and there he will learn the ways of the Lord, for they will teach him to know the Lord as well as to know that when he pray continually before the Lord, he will answer him. Therefore there he will know the way of serving the Lord his God." And Sarah said, "You have spoken well. Go, my lord, and do unto him as you have said. But remove him not at a great distance from me, neither let him remain there too long, for my soul is bound within his soul." Yet his unwavering faith compels him to prepare for the journey to Mount of Moriah, under the guise of a pilgrimage of learning about God with Shem and Eber, the children of Noah. Sarah, unaware of the intended sacrifice, bids a heart-wrenching farewell to Isaac, laden with motherly love and concern, embedding her soul in his as she dresses him in fine garments, a symbol of her enduring love. And she said to him, "O my son, how can my soul separate itself from you?" And she still kissed him and embraced him, and she gave Abraham her husband instructions concerning Isaac, and said to Abraham, "O my lord, I beg you take care of my son, and keep your eyes on him, for I have no other son nor daughter but him. Please forsake him not. If he is hungry, give him bread, and if he is thirsty, give him water to drink. Do not let him go on foot, neither let him sit in the sun. Neither let him go by himself in the road, neither force him from whatever he may desire, but do unto him whatever he may desire of you." And Sarah wept bitterly the whole night on account of Isaac, and she spoke and gave him instructions till morning. As they set off, the path heavy under Abraham's feet, discussions of inheritance between Ishmael and Eliezer underscore the human aspects of Abraham's legacy, unaware of the divine test unfolding. Ishmael said to Eliezer, "Now that my father Abraham is going with Isaac to bring him up for an offering to the Lord, as he commanded him, now when he returns he will give unto me all that he possesses, to inherit after him, for I am his firstborn." And Eliezer answered Ishmael and said, "Surely Abraham did cast you away with your mother, and swore that you should not inherit anything of all he possesses, and to whom will he give all that he has, with all his treasures, but unto me his servant, who has been faithful in his house, who has served him night and day, and has done all that he desired me? To me will he bequeath at his death all that he possesses." While Abraham was proceeding with his son Isaac along the road, Satan came and appeared to Abraham in the figure of a very aged man, humble and of contrite spirit, attempting to sway him from their divine path. And he approached Abraham and said to him, "Are you silly or brutish, that you go to do this thing this day to thine only son? For God gave you a son in your latter days, in your old age, and will you go and slaughter him this day because he committed no violence? And will you cause the soul of your only son to perish from the earth? Do you not know and understand that this thing cannot be from the Lord? For the Lord cannot do unto man such evil upon earth to say to him, Go slaughter thy child. And Abraham heard this and knew that it was the word of Satan, who endeavored to draw him aside from the way of the Lord. But Abraham would not hearken to the voice of Satan, and Abraham rebuked him so that he went away. Abraham's faith remains unshaken, his rebukes echoing the strength of his commitment to God's will. And Satan returned and came to Isaac, and he appeared unto Isaac in the figure of a young man comely and well-favored. And he approached Isaac and said unto him, Do you not know and understand that your old silly father has brought you to the slaughter this day for naught? Now therefore, my son, do not listen nor attend to him, for he is a silly old man, and let not your precious soul and beautiful figure be lost from the earth. And Isaac heard this, and said to his father Abraham, Have you heard, my father, what this man has spoken? Even thus has he spoken. And Abraham answered his son Isaac and said to him, Take heed of him, and do not listen to his words, nor attend to him, for he is Satan, endeavoring to draw us aside this day from the commands of God. And Satan went from them, and seeing he could not prevail over them, he hid himself from them. And he went and passed before them in the road, and he transformed himself to a large brook of water in the road. And Abraham and Isaac and his 2 young men reached that place, and they saw a brook large and powerful as the mighty waters. And they entered the brook and passed through it, and the waters at first reached their legs. And they went deeper in the brook, and the waters reached up to their necks, and they were all terrified on account of the water. And whilst they were going over the brook, Abraham recognized that place, and he knew that there was no water there before. And Abraham said to his son Isaac, I know this place in which there was no brook nor water. Now therefore it is this Satan who does all this to us, to draw us aside this day from the commands of God. And Abraham rebuked him and said unto him, The Lord rebuke thee, O Satan, begone from us, for we go by the commands of God. And Satan was terrified at the voice of Abraham, and he went away from them, and the place again became dry land as it was at first. Atop Moriah, the dreadful purpose is revealed to Isaac, who accepts his fate with a poise that belies his years, embodying the profound faith instilled by his father. A moment of divine and human intersection. As Abraham prepares to fulfill the divine command, heaven intervenes. A ram, caught by divine providence, replaces Isaac on the altar, sealing Abraham's legacy of faith and obedience to God. And Satan went to Sarah, and he appeared to her in the figure of an old man very humble and meek. And Abraham was yet engaged in the burnt offering before the Lord. And he said unto her, Do you not know all the works that Abraham has made with your only son this day? For he took Isaac and built an altar, and used him as a sacrifice upon the altar. And Isaac cried and wept before his father. But he looked not at him, neither did he have compassion over him. And Satan repeated these words, and he went away from her. And Sarah heard all the words of Satan, and she imagined him to be an old man from among the sons of men who had been with her son and had come and told her these things. And Sarah lifted her voice and wept and cried out bitterly on account of her son. And she threw herself upon the ground, and she cast dust upon her head. And she said, O my son, Isaac, my son, O that I had this day died instead of thee. And she continued to weep and said, It grieves me for thee, O my son Isaac, O that I had died this day in thy stead. And she still continued to weep and said, It grieves me for you after that I have raised and brought you up. Now my joy is turned into mourning over you, I that had a longing for thee, and cried and prayed to God till I bare thee at 90 years old. And now have you served this day for the knife and the fire, to be made an offering. But I console myself with you, my son, in it being the word of the Lord, for you did perform the command of your God. For who can transgress the word of our God, in whose hands is the soul of every living creature? You are just, O Lord our God, for all thy works are good and righteous. For I also am rejoiced with thy word which thou didst command, and while my eye weeps bitterly my heart rejoices. And Sarah laid her head upon the bosom of one of her handmaids, and she became as still as a stone. She afterward rose up and went about making inquiries till she came to Hebron. And she inquired of all those whom she met walking in the road, and no one could tell her what had happened to her son. And she came with her maidservants and menservants to Kiriath-arba, which is Hebron, and she asked concerning her son. And she remained there while she sent some of her servants to seek where Abraham had gone with Isaac. They went to seek him in the house of Shem and Eber, and they could not find him, and they sought throughout the land, and he was not there. And behold, Satan came to Sarah again in the shape of an old man, And he came and stood before her, and he said unto her, I spoke falsely unto thee, for Abraham did not kill his son, and he is not dead. And when she heard the words, her joy was so exceedingly violent on account of her son, that her soul went out through joy. She died and was gathered to her people. Upon their return, the joy of Abraham and Isaac's safe return is overshadowed by the news of Sarah's death, a poignant end to a chapter marked by both divine testing and profound family bonds. Abraham's journey challenges us to reflect on the depths of faith and the complexities of divine mandates. What lessons do we take from Abraham's unwavering obedience and the emotional tapestry of his family's story? Share your thoughts, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below as we continue to explore these ancient narratives together. Thanks for watching.